What is going on, everybody? It is Chris Aiken. I am back with another edition of the news here on Chris Aiken Presents. Happy Monday to those of you that are watching live or at some point on Monday. And happy whatever day it is, wherever you're watching. Welcome to the show. This will be a quick update. Interesting one, to say the least. The band Lordi. I know a lot of you are aware of that band. Not overly popular here in the States. I know they're much bigger in Europe than they are here. But they're always known for doing things a little bit differently. Certainly as recently as a couple of years ago when they released, I think it was like 13 albums all on the same day. You know, they're definitely, and they're obviously a costume band, and you know, they do their thing with sort of a, I don't know what you'd call it, sort of a Guar Slipknot-ish sort of thing that they do, with frontman Mr. Lordi leading the way. Well, they apparently are getting involved in the commercial game, or the commerce game, as they've released a new single today, which we will listen to in a second. It's called Made of Metal. Now, you might think, okay, cool, standalone single, that's pretty cool. If you like the band, that's definitely as good a reason as any to check it out. Well, then you start digging into it and you just see it is a sign of what is the bigger sign today, that all of hard rock and heavy metal is turning into a commercial entity. And Lordi is no exception. This Made of Metal, I'll just read you the press release, then we'll listen to a little of the song. But Made of Metal merges the worlds of rock and heavy metal music and cutting-edge technology. Finnish hard rockers Lordi unleashed their ferocious new single, Made of Metal. Inspired by the OnePlus Nord 4 smartphone's first all-metal unibody design in the 5G era. So, just to be clear here, the only reason they did this is to sell phones. So they got contracted by whoever makes the OnePlus. I'm not familiar with the OnePlus. But whoever makes the OnePlus hired Lordi to write a song to promote their all-metal phone. Which, if I was a big fan of Lordi, I'd be hugely disappointed in them for selling out on this scale. I guess you have to in today's world this way. I mean, I guess there's really not a lot of other ways to make money, but man, in our day, selling out like this to a phone company would just be blasphemy. Anyway, the press release reads, taking metal to its extremes, the song fuses chainsaw-sharp guitar riffs, stinging keys, and industrial strength drums to create a Richter scale rhythm that commands the banging of heads. Ugh, who wrote this? Lyrics speak to the track's technological inspiration. Steel hard and screaming, look at me, and charged up with the power to prevail reference the OnePlus Nord 4's all-metal unibody design and full future-proof capabilities, while at the same time celebrating the brand's love of all that is metal. The anthemic chorus of Never Settle, I Am Made of Metal, delivers an ironclad earworm that drills itself into the listener's brain. As you guys know, I hate when these guys write this kind of bullshit. Oh my God. I guess they got to sell phones, because I don't know if they're going to sell this song or not. So why don't we do this? Let's take a minute here. Let's listen to a little of the song. This is Made of Metal. And we'll listen to a little bit and see if you're driven to buy yourself a OnePlus Nord 4 smartphone. So let's flip over to that, and let's it's just a regular old video, so I'll just kind of stay on the screen and listen with you. I really haven't listened to it. I gave it like 10 seconds, so I don't know if it's good or not either. So let's check it out. But this is Lordi selling phones with Made of Metal. All right. That's about enough of that. Ugh. That's not a good song, folks. That's really cheese dick, if ever there has been a cheesy song. Holy smokes. Made of Metal, Lordi, Selling Phones. That's just sad. I guess that's the state of metal today. It really is. I hate to say it, but with there being no money in record sales and no, almost impossible to afford to go out there and tour the world anymore, I guess bands got to reduce themselves to hawking products, to being influencers and selling gear instead of being artists that give a shit about their music, and this is not very good. So that's my take on it. In any event, if you are a Lordi fan, maybe you like it. I just find that to be repetitive cheese, but if you like it, it's out there. Go to YouTube. That's where I found it. Just type in Lordi Made of Metal, and you can do it today. And by all means, if I'm wrong and you heard that little minute or so of music and it made you look up the OnePlus Nord 4 so that you could order one because Lordi told you to, let me know that as well. Hit the comments and, of course, do all the bullshit that you're supposed to do as a podcast listener, notification bell and subscribe to the channel and blah, blah, blah. And that's probably going to do it for this episode of the Cap News. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Myself and Eric Ferentinos will be back with a live show. Hopefully you can tune in for that. Don't know what it'll be about yet, but make sure you tune in for that as well. And of course, I will be on later today with Seth Williams if you need your political fix at 4 p.m. Eastern on the Seth Williams Show. So, for Chris Aiken Presents, I am Chris Aiken, and guess what, folks? I will be again tomorrow. See ya!
The biggest and the best heavy metal radio station is CMS Network Now. With over 5,000 heavy metal songs from all the subgenres and eras of metal, it ranges far more than almost any station broadcasting today. You can also listen to great radio shows like Charlie Kendall's Metal Shop, the shows of the CMS Network, and even the full episodes of the Classic Metal Show with the music. Visit CMS Network now at www.cmsradio.net or on the CMS Network app in both the iOS or Android stores. There's no need to listen anywhere else for the best heavy metal ever created.